What about that Arsenal game against Manchester City? How do you see it matching up right now?
Well, I don't know when was the last time we won against City, so that's gonna be a tough one. Like the last game didn't reassure me when we played them at home. It's gonna be a tough one. I keep on saying, you know, on the Arsenal point of view, since the beginning of the season, I've been talking about emotions. You don't win a title on emotions. I'm sorry. You win a cup. You win the Champions League, a World Cup maybe, because it's one game, and you build it with your fans or whatever. 38 games. You can't be too emotional about it. And you've seen recently that we were too emotional about it.
Is that not just passion, though, Thierry? No.
No. There is one thing with passion and emotion. When you start to, you can feel the emotion coming. But don't become emotional. There's a difference. Emotion will come. That's what's going to happen. Let's stay calm.
Yeah, but a young team, they're going to feel that pressure.
This is not what I'm saying. We're still ahead of City. I'm just saying that they need to get rid of the emotional part of the game and concentrate on what they need to do, because so far, we were not expected to be there.
Do you think the last 2 games has damaged them mentally?
Yes, a bit. I will be honest, but you know, you still have hope. You're still ahead. City still have to win those games and beat us. So it's still there in front of you. But for me, get rid of the emotional part of the game.
How do you do that though? You're saying it like when you've won the Champions League. I've won the league, but you get emotional. You see Mancini on the last day of the season. He was telling all these players, you know, bad language. That was emotional.
You have a lot of stuff to win, to be able to win a league. Mm-hmm. It's 38 games, and you have to go through those games. Like Kevin De Bruyne is telling you on TV right now, I want to go to the FA Cup final. I want it only once. So it matters. Everything matters. But when you watch City, this is where we need to be Arsenal. You watch City, they look composed, whatever the result is, and I know we're talking about, you know, the creme of the creme. But I just think at times when I look at Arsenal, you know, the game is like this, our game is like this. Sometimes we lose control of the game. Again, I go back to the point. We're still ahead. City now can catch us. That is for sure. But
do you think Arsenal are capable of going to City and winning?
The last result will tell you no. But I remember also, from my point of view, we never used to lose against Chelsea, ever, since the goal of Bridge. And then he scored that goal, and then suddenly we couldn't beat them, Chelsea.
Do you think Arsenal have got a mental block at the moment against Manchester City?
Yes, in a way. You can't beat them for some reason. You know, we played well in the FA Cup. I don't know if you remember that game. We played really well, possessing the ball at the Etihad, and we couldn't beat them. Then they come to our place. I thought they played really well.
Well, Arsenal haven't, I don't think, have beaten Manchester City since 2015 in the league. So isn't the law of averages say that sooner or later they have to win? You win this. If Arsenal win this game, they'll win the league.
Look, if I was in that dressing room, I would be saying, this is the moment. It has to be the moment. If you want to win the league, it's right there in front of you. Go grab it. But emotionally, you also have to be composed on what's happening in the game. We talk about moments. Those are moments. And every time people will tell me, now it matters. It always matters. Because if you don't do well in the league at the beginning, you don't find yourself here. So it always matters. So keep your composure. That's very important. I believe that we can. Can we do it? It's a different ball game. We saw what that team is capable of doing. We saw it in the cup. We saw it at home. So now, can we go and do it? It would be amazing if we could. But again, I go back to the emotion part of the game. You can feel it, don't become it.
Oh, that was slick, wasn't it? Nice.
It was like a preacher. Slick. My man.